All right, everyone, welcome to Ladies Night. With me for Ladies Night is shoots, is my co-host Abana, the Thunder Princess, and Charlene of Creative Solutions. Tonight is Smash and Pass Sports Edition boxing. But before we get to this, and we before we get to that, and give time for people to come in, there's a few things that I want to talk about. Okay. Um, Men been saying that that women um don't let them have time with their kids and stuff like that. Keep them away from their kids. Where there are some reasons why, and it's stuff like this that trigger a lot of women's fears. This topic was Kurana introduced to me um, um, by a creative solution. We're going to discuss that real quick before we have some fun. Okay? And let me cover my bases with the fair use. All right, here we go. All right. The following content, this channel may contain content not authorized for use by its owner. However, according to Section 107 of the Copyright Act of the United States, the fair use, I repeat, the fair use of copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, definitely. Comments, we're not going to be able to stop with the comments. News report, only for those who don't know. Teaching, we're going to learn something new today. Scholarship or research is not an infringement of copyright. All right. Now, all right. So, Charlene Avenal, let's see. This is part of some women's fear, especially of some women, why they don't feel comfortable leaving their child, especially their young child, to their father. For long periods of time by themselves. You know, and it's stuff like this because you think you know a person, and then stuff like this happen. All right, here we
A rising rapper from Atlanta is accused of beating his 4-year-old daughter so badly she hasn't opened her eyes in months.
Her whole right side of her brain was damaged.
Now the child's mother is speaking out for the first time with shocking new details and allegations. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. Kiana Watts met Taquan Alexander back in February of 2016. The two were co-workers at a McDonald's restaurant in the Atlanta area. They soon would fall in love, and they welcomed a baby girl later that year. Her name is Alani. But then in 2020, Alexander, he packed up his things. He moved to the Los Angeles area to pursue a rap career. Then in September 2021, Watts says that she allowed Alani to go visit him just for about 3 months. However, weeks before Alani was to return home to Atlanta, she says that she got an emergency call that Alani was being rushed to the hospital with severe brain injuries and fractured ribs. Kiana Watts says that November 29, 2021 will forever be one of the worst days of her life.
The detective called me and informed me that my daughter was bleeding from the brain and has had emergency surgery.
She then got a text and a FaceTime from Alexander.
He told me that Alani passed out standing in timeout. The ambulance is here.
He told you that she had passed out, but I'm sure you had questions.
I did. And when I asked him, was she okay, how she passed out, he really wasn't answering me. Like, he was just shaking his head and covering his mouth like this, not answering me. First of all, it looked like he had just woke up.
She hopped on the first flight from Atlanta to Los Angeles.
Describe what she looked like.
Oh my God. She had a tube down her throat. She didn't have hair on the side of her head. It was a marker right here written in the middle of her forehead because of the surgery.
According to this ER report obtained exclusively by the Shade Room, the 4-year-old Alani had, quote, extensive bleeding located on the right side of her brain. And because of the building of pressure, the child's right part of her skull was removed to evacuate the bleeding.
Instead of being truthful, I had to find out from a detective what really happened.
We also got our hands on this 60-page court document. Alexander allegedly told investigators that, quote, the child is a bedwetter, and when she wets the bed, he punishes her by making her do rigorous exercises with an element of physical abuse, like hitting with boxing gloves, hitting her with a belt, and hitting her with a speaker wire. The report also goes on to say that on the day that Alani was rushed to the hospital, she, quote, wet the bed, so he made her do wall planks. Then he gave her a whooping with a belt. During this whooping with the belt, the child tried to protect herself by moving a stereo speaker in front of her to block the father's actions. The father then proceeded to take the speaker wire and whoop her with that, then had her do more rigorous exercises while he drew her a bath. Moments later, he says that, quote, when he found his child was having seizure-like symptoms and appeared to be losing consciousness, he put her in the bath in an effort to revive her. When that did not work, he called 911.
I was confused because I talked to Alani all the time when she was out there. I got pictures all the time from him.
At the hospital, doctors found deep bruises and puncture wounds all over her body. Court records also showing that Alexander said he, quote, only became aware of the puncture wound that day and shared that he does not know how she got that puncture wound. He suggested to authorities that Alani was playing with puppies over the Thanksgiving holiday, and that's perhaps how she sustained those wounds. After questioning, Taquan Alexander was arrested and charged on felony assault on a child, aggravated mayhem, torture, and child endangerment.
How many people live in a house that you know of?
And that's the crazy part. It was him, his brother, his uncle, his other uncle, and his girlfriend. I knew none of that. I just knew about the owner of the house and his girlfriend.
Watts claims that this all happened while Alexander was living at his uncle's house in Thousand Oaks. She says that his uncle is LA Rams cornerback Troy Hill.
Last time I've heard from them was when it happened, and everyone who lives in that house story does not add up to me.
We reached out to Troy Hill's management team for a comment. In an email, a spokesperson wrote, quote, Mr. Hill is aware of the allegations against Mr. Alexander. Unfortunately, Mr. Hill was not present at the time of the incident, nor was he the legal owner of the residence and has no personal knowledge of what transpired. Additionally, as a result of the ongoing investigation against Mr. Alexander, Mr. Hill has to refrain from further comment at this time.
Say hi. Alani, tell the world hello.
Watts says that the hospital did pay for Alani to fly back home to Atlanta, where she's currently bedridden. This is what she looks like today. Nearly 7 months later, she still can't open her eyes and is in weekly therapy.
Since day one, they were telling me what she will be able to do and won't do, and she's been showing the opposite. Everybody said they miss Alani. She was the life of the party, like her mom. But I know my baby's going to be whole again.
There is a GoFundMe campaign set up to help out with Alani's mounting medical bills. It's raised just under $2,000 so far. We did also hear back from the Sheriff's Department. They say in addition to those child abuse charges, they also found an unsecured assault rifle and a handgun inside of Alexander's bedroom at the time. So consequently, he also faces 4 additional weapons charges and is due back in court July 7th for a preliminary hearing. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter.
Oh, wow. This is very bad.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because if this girl is a bedwetter, or if he wet butt, she's young. She don't know anything. So how will you beat this girl with speaker wires and stuff? Doing a whole lot of exercise that this girl don't need to do. You know, these are some of the things that if the mommy said, I'm not going to give my child to you, so I am there with you, or you come and visit the child with me, they don't understand. And the mother want to take the child away from them. But just a few days for this girl to live with you. You can't even take care of your hair. So have you seen the way mothers been suffering? See, this man needs to feel the punishment very well. Because now you have made this girl turn like a sickler, which she's not. She can't open the eyes now. Who knows what is going on in the brain?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. You know she's a bedwetter. She's 4. You do. There's all kind of other things. Now it's possible um that she did all of the discipline and stuff like that, and he didn't, or he don't really know how to discipline, or uh, it sounds like some things some men do for boys. But even still, 4 years old is understandable that they don't have that control yet. You discipline them in other ways. Have them wash their underwear. Have them scrub the bed. And if you know she's a bedwetter, you make sure the mattress is protected. You know, but
Okay,
yeah,
but we still have things that this girl can use if she's a bedwetter. Because you, the father, we have a lot of things like diapers. You can buy a cover, something for the bed, so that this girl can sleep on it without having a problem. Can't you buy a diaper? If you don't know how to fix it, you can even call somebody to help you with that, or send a girl to the store where you buy the diaper so that they can fix it for you and bring her home. No, you can do this girl like that. No, this is bad. I hate that.
All right, so I'm gonna be honest. After I saw that video and understand how some parents, cut the dad out the kids' lives, or she allows him to visit once there's other people around the child, it's because she doesn't trust the man. And I will have to blame some of these men that's on these panels talking about baby mama terrorists, or they talking about the women are keeping us away from our kids. Most of these men don't want their kids. Let's be honest here. They don't. They want to be the weekend dad, the dad that come picks up the kids to take them to the movies and then drop them back. They don't want that full responsibility, and they lying. They doing that to upkeep. They want to upkeep their presence in front of all their friends. you know they don't want to tell other people how they truly feel, because they don't want that responsibility. He did not want to take care of that girl that weekend. And first of all, if you know the child's a bedwetter, you make sure not to give the child so much liquids, and you make sure the child pees before she goes to sleep, and when she wakes up you make sure she pees again. And I don't understand this. This is like craziness. For you to hit a child, the child has like a cut on her forehead. Like they had to do surgery. And she has punctured wounds. I know the mother's not gonna go puncture her daughter. Like that makes no sense. And the fact that you have the child over there in a space with all these males, like come on now. If I knew my child was going over there and it was going to his uncle's house with all these males, I don't think I would send her. I think the father needs to take responsibility. Like he should have known to put the child in a safe environment. And I wouldn't trust any children with in an environment with a whole bunch of grown ass men, because these grown ass men get drunk. These grown ass men be thinking thoughts that's out of the ordinary. They be doing strange shit that you don't even heard about. That right there is crazy in itself. The poor child. So I would say, like most of these mothers, right? They gotta think with their intuition, and they already know half the time they do not trust the man with the child. If your mind is telling you do not trust that man with the child, your intuition is telling you have some hesitation because you don't see him act with children. You haven't seen him in a history do that. You're going to be hesitant, and you should listen to your intuition. That's all I have to say.
But the mother said, as far as she knew, it was just him, and it was supposed to be just him and the owner of the house.
Who's the owner of the house? And the man who even owned the house, what was he? He's a football player. He didn't even donate any money. He could have paid for all her bills. He didn't donate nothing. This dude don't care. No commentary. That should tell you a whole lot right there. I'm sorry, the shit pissing me off.
They too busy worried about that you admitting guilt. No, this is a relative of yours you're taking care of. Okay. Black Knight, I see you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got triggered. This is unreal. And you know, for every day she don't open up her eyes, he should do 10 years in jail.
Wow.
I'm serious. For every day that little girl don't open her eyes, he should do 10 years in jail.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't know what's wrong with you dudes, man. We are supposed to be the protectors of our women and children, not monsters to them. You don't beat a child because they wet the bed. Children wet the bed. They're children.
Mm-hmm.
This is a classic example of an unfit father. This is a classic example of an unfit person. There's something deeply psychologically wrong with this guy. To hurt a child like that with no care in the world, no remorse, to beat a little child like that, to abuse and torture a little child like that with no feeling whatsoever, there's something psychologically wrong with you, and you shouldn't be amongst normal people. You need to be locked away somewhere. Like I said, and I'll say it again, for every day she don't open her eyes, he should do 10 years in jail. Starting with the first time she was in the hospital. All those back days, 10 years apiece, every day, and every day going forward, they should add on 10 years every day she does not open her eyes. I don't give a fuck if he never gets out of jail. He doesn't deserve to be walking around amongst normal people. Are you fucking crazy? Are you kidding me? And listen, ladies, y'all got to stop. Listen, a simple way to avoid guys like this, if a man loves you, he's going to show it. Men who love their women are very affectionate. They're very involved with their women and children because they love them. When you have a guy that's not like that, when he doesn't really show any kind of involvement, he's kind of standoffish or indifferent to the children, or he's overly punitive to the children, you need to get away from a guy like that. A guy like that has psychological problems. You need to get away from him, and please, don't leave your children alone around men like this. I don't care if he is the father. Never leave your children alone with men. Unless you know for a fact that he is a loving father and a caring man. If you have any doubts in your mind, I don't care if it's the smallest of your intuition, do not leave your children with a man. I don't give a damn if he's a family member. If you got any feeling in your gut or in your heart that there may be something wrong with you, don't leave your child with that man. And that includes the father. Okay? Because crazy men can do massive damage in a very, very short period of time. That girl it's a blessing that she's even alive.
Right.
And for a demon like that, this man is a demon. You got to be a demon to do that to a little child, a 4-year-old little girl. How do you call yourself a human being after doing something like that? Did you hear some of the things he did to her? Made her do rigorous exercise while he beat her with a cord from a speaker. Yeah. She had puncture wounds on her body. and bruises. And then he tried to lie about it, talking about she was playing with a dog. So this goes to show you, not only is he a homicidal maniac, but he don't give a damn about the life of his daughter. Telling a lie like, well, she played with a dog over the weekend, tells me that you don't give a damn about the life of that child. If you're gonna lie like that, knowing you did that damage to her, and you're not man enough to stand up to it, that tells you right there. And for her, she don't seem to be very emotionally stout. And this is what I mean by black women growing up in a bad environment, you know, around bad men. Me and Charlene had this conversation yesterday about the environment being corrupted. And this is the type of men that black women grow up with, and they think that these type of men are okay. This is why I blame black men for the poor leadership and allowing the environment to fall into ruins, to become corrupted. And now the only thing it does is breed bad men, and the black women in the environment, they grow up with such men. They think that these men are regular men. And so they're in a situation where they got to choose the best from the worst. And this is what they end up choosing, because this is what's in the environment. They end up choosing men like this. They don't think there's anything wrong with men like this. If you notice her behavior, right? She didn't seem overly emotional because she's used to men like this. That's what's in her environment. She's not overly emotional. A woman that's not used to men like this would have been beside herself. Would have been beside herself, calling for this man's death. This woman, not to knock on her, she's not like that. She doesn't have or express that kind of emotion because she thinks that these kinds of men, there's nothing wrong with them. She grew up with men like this in her environment. And that's the problem that I have. Okay? And men like this are dangerous. I yield the mic.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not used to fathers overly. That is, 4 years old. You can barely get them to spank do a little tap on the diaper, on the leg, maybe a little tap in the hands, and that's only because the child is in danger.
Let me. I'm sorry. One more thing. I'm gonna interrupt, but then I'm gonna be done. But children shouldn't be. This is why I do not advocate for men to have young children. And people say, well, what are you saying? The father, listen, if he's a fit father and the woman is secure with him being a good father, that's fine. But I really don't advocate for men having small children. A lot of these men are crazy. And you know, and they don't know how to care for young children. They don't know the first thing about raising young children. For him to sit up here and think that it was okay to beat that little girl like that because she went to bed tells you right there that this man has no clue about how to raise children. And please, ladies, when you have a man, test the guy out. Ask him questions. Ask him what he would do in certain situations with kids. And do not take those answers lightly. Ask him what would he do if the child went to bed. If you say, well, I'll beat his ass or whatever, that's a red flag. If you ask a man, what would he do if a child went to bed and the first thing he says, he gonna beat that child's ass, that's a red flag. That's a red flag right there. Okay? You don't beat a child because they went to bed. They may be having a medical issue. You find out what's going on. Okay? Children go through all sorts of issues when they're young. They're supposed to. They're children. They're growing. You don't beat the hell out of them because they're children and they're going through little small phases that children go through. Okay? A lot of kids wet the bed when they was younger. They don't wet the bed now. It's a phase that they go through. Sometimes it's a medical issue. Sometimes they can't hold their bladder.
Yeah.
You have to find out what's causing it.
Yeah.
You don't just beat the daylight, the living daylights out of them. This is a bad look. Listen, I don't mean to ramble on, but I can go on about this for all night. But I didn't know y'all was gonna play this video. Okay, so, but let me close it up real quick. This is a bad look for black men. This is a real bad look. And if you're a Negro, you're a black man, you're out there and you're looking at this, this is a bad look for us. This is not supposed to happen. A father is not supposed to do something like that to his child. And I'll leave it with that.
All right. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I was going over these topics as we wait for
One more thing. I'm sorry. I want to say that I agree with Charlene on just about everything she said. I'm with her on what she was talking about as well. Okay, so I just wanted to say that. I agree with you, Charlene, too. All right, later, y'all.
All right. Okay, thanks, Black Knight. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, because there's shoots. When I was that small, it turned out I was allergic to a certain kind of juice, and it gave me a bladder infection. But you don't beat the child. They babies. They're 4. They're still learning control. But anyway, for those who just coming in, we are still having the smash and pass boxes. I'll just going over these topics as we wait for more and more people come in. Okay, the next one, well, okay, it's gonna prove what the Black Knight has been saying all along and stuff like that. It's just that it's the first time one of these dudes admit to it. Okay, this topic is dealing with incel coming out. Well, I'm gonna play. You're gonna see what he says. All right, here we go.
I'm Jack Peterson. I was the spokesperson for the incel community. It's a bunch of guys who have trouble getting laid.
I hate women. I think they're evil and manipulative. They're all bitches, just lying whores, all of them.
Men are discriminated against in our society. Men really are like the new minority. And I think that we need to regain control of women again, the way it used to be in the 1950s. All this has driven me to a point where I'm dating a man now. I have a boyfriend because I couldn't put up with women anymore. I couldn't put up with being cheated on by women and being lied to and betrayed. And so I've pretty much gone gay.
Well, Jack joined us live from Chicago. You said some things in that video, very demeaning about women. Do you really feel that way?
Yeah, I think women are evil. I honestly believe that women have the capacity to love. Women have the capacity to be good, but they need to be put under our control again. And now this is a show about men's rights, but I think it's more about women's rights. We need to take away women's rights to make things good again.
Are you serious about this, or are you just saying this to be provocative?
Well, I've been driven to a point now where I really am dating a man. I've been cheated on numerous times. I've been betrayed. I'm sick of women. I really, truly am. And I'm done.
You're a men's rights advocate. You were just burying your head in your hands when he was saying what he was saying.
Yes, if you want a good relationship with women or anybody in the world, you do not control them. You open your heart to them. You hear when they're upset and they're angry. You hear them out.
Wendy, you're on screen next to Jack. You might want to scoot a little bit to your right. But what do you want to say?
Oh my goodness, I was going to ask if his real name was Fred Flintstone, because I don't know what era he's from, but it sure doesn't match up with any era I've ever seen. the notion of men controlling women is so offensive. It's really like having a guy come on and say, I'm white, I hate Black people, I think we should be able to just have slaves and control Black people. It's hate speech in the worst possible way. You have a right to be cruel, mister. You can be as vile as you want. This is America. Your free speech rights dominate. But you're surprised that women don't like you? Hell, you should have gone gay years ago.
Listen, lady, here's the thing.
Yes,
Dr. Phil's
yeah.
wife stayed home. She took care of her, her children. She took care of the house, probably cooked and cleaned. And I bet it made for a happy marriage. She was not a career woman for years, and that was a successful situation. And that's, in my opinion, that's how women should operate. They should not be in the workforce. Stay home, do your job.
Whose wife are you talking about?
Your wife, Phil.
Oh, yeah. Bad example to pick there, Jack.
My feeling is because I chose to be a stay-at-home mom and do my job passionately, take care of my home, our home, take care of our children, take care of our family, and take care of my husband, take care of myself, and did it so passionately, it therefore allowed Philip to do his job passionately. It's only because I was so passionate about my decision, he then had the opportunity to be passionate about his career.
Yes, I agree, and I agree.
Yeah, and let me say, when these
in our roles in our family,
when these decisions were made, by the way, we were so poor. I've often said, if it wasn't for 2-for-1 burger bucks, one of us would have starved. And thank God she didn't eat near as much as I did. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So, all right. This guy. Okay. Now, as far as I know, he's the first one to come out and say that he's going gay because of modern women. So far, the others are saying we're not gay. But you can't be driven gay because you mad at women and they cheated on you and stuff like that. You got to have some inclination in that direction already. So you just was using an excuse that guy was just using an excuse so he can go get he can join the alphabet crew with a clear conscience. But I noticed he said he's dating. I ain't heard that he's marrying, hooked up, that they doing other stuff, that they lovers or anything.
You are just dating, and this is funny because, okay, if you want to join that, it's your own decision. He have already made his mind that he want to join, but he don't have anything to stand on it. So, because he wanted to control or tell the woman whatever the woman needs to do in the house, to control her, and the woman is not being controlled. So he think the woman is not like, okay, this is the kind of woman I want, but he's not doing what I want. So then I need to do a gay, or if I join those one, I will be okay. No, you have the mind. Maybe you might be already a gay. Who knows? And you just hiding it. So you pretend you playing the two games at the same time, like loving a woman and at the same time being in that position. So you want the woman to do something, and then you can stand on it and say, okay, this woman was the cause of what I'm doing now. He have his mind already.
Okay, VMT, a man teaching the gospel, and you asking why we're saying that about him. We didn't say that about him. He said that he was going, He was going gay because he tired of women, modern women. Charlene, I think you need to take a talk with BMT. He seemed to miss part of the video. What do you think of what he's saying about the guys teaching the gospel? And now he's asking us why are we saying the guy should have came out of the closet.
I think BMT is just trolling. But back to that guy. That guy, like, I don't think he understands. Everything he just said can be outsourced nowadays, right? You could pay somebody to come in your house and clean, right? You could go get food. Like, what else? Like, a lot of women want to feel like you want them, like, like you love them, like you cherish them. I don't think he understands. It's like you have to give in order to get. And I don't know what's this idea about women in the 1950s. We're not in the 1950s. It's the 2000s. Like, women have feelings. We have goals. We have ambitions. And my thing is, you're not in a relationship. So how can you acquire all of these things that you want? Like, come on now. Like, that's what I don't understand with these guys. They talking about, oh, these women are not submissive. They got attitudes. They got this. They got that. And I'm like, you're dating. Like, come on. Half of these women are really nice to you when you're dating. I mean, if you give off nice, pleasant energy and you tell the woman she's sweet and you act sincere, you're gonna get that back. Like, you give respect, you get respect. Like, how can you come on here and be like you hate women and then you disrespect them and then you talk shit about them and then you want her to be nice to you? Like, how can you be nice to somebody who treats you like crap? Like, I want somebody to explain that to me. Like, I really want somebody to explain that to me. Because if somebody who loves you and you treat them like crap, right? You just lowered that person's self-esteem down. So now they're gonna love you because they feel like they can't get anything. So you're not actually getting that person's real, authentic love. You're getting somebody who is loving you because they feel like they don't have an option. I don't understand what these men are talking about. Wouldn't you want somebody who loves you and is mutual and they have the energy to give you more? Like, you don't see his wife. His wife, Dr. Phil's wife, looks beautiful, and she's talking about she was passionate about her job because her husband is passionate about her. You don't see her husband talking bad about her and bad about women. Her husband is really respectful. And like, these guys need to take a page out of these men's book, the ones who are successful, and see how they treat their wives. So yeah, I think that's the problem. They don't know how to treat women. You can't, like, I don't, like, come on, you treat somebody like crap. You want them to be nice to you after you treat them like crap. Like, come on. Like, you call a girl a bitch, and then after you call her a bitch, you want her to talk to you. Like, make it make sense. Like, you're gonna start off with the negative energy. You're gonna get that negative energy back, right? I mean, that's how the laws of dynamics work, right? The last time I checked.
Yeah, and you forgetting a couple of major things. Dr. Phil makes quite a bit of money, so she can make the choice of I want to stay home, take care of the kids, the family, and stuff like that, because my husband's gonna be constantly on the move, and I don't need to make that money. I don't, it'd be an extra income coming in. So I can make that choice. Yeah.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
Like,
nowadays, the way things are going, it needs 2, 3 sometimes income coming in some cases. I know teenagers that are working part-time to buy their school clothes and supplies. Because they know their family needs help, So yeah, there's that. That's that going on. But but I'm saying this. He's being honest. Hey, he went to where he was inclined to go. You know, he felt he would do better with a man. Well, let him go be with a man. That way he don't be torturing and abusing some woman. So that guy is his blow up doll.
Yeah, that was crazy. And I agree with Mama Rain. Mama Rain says, what you give is what you get.
Exactly.
And that's 100%. If you pour into a woman, she's gonna give back to you. If you expect a woman to continuously give and give and give, you're going to deplete her. And most of the time, a woman done left the relationship 6 months before she filed the divorce papers, or a year before she break up with you. And you're not even paying attention to the way she feel and the way she look and how her energy is. You're not seeing none of that. And these women who deplete themselves, most of the time they have a shorter lifespan. I'm telling you, I be seeing. I'm just saying, my ex mother-in-law, she's a sweet lady. She does everything for her kids, her sons, I would say, and yet, like, they don't appreciate it. And the poor lady, like, she has to have back surgery. She taking all these medicine. She walking with a limp. And she's young. She's probably like 55.
Wow.
And it's such a shame. It's such a shame. Like I see stuff like this. And as a woman, you seeing stuff like this in your community. You seeing stuff like this with your grandmother. You seeing stuff like this with your aunties. Like, you will be like, I don't want to be like her. It is what it is.
All right. Because people don't want to be like what maybe their mother or their auntie been through before. So they want to choose a right decision to be on it. So what you're saying, I agree with you, Charlie. It's true.
Yeah. I agree with Charlene and Mama Rain and even Remy. But I think these guys need to just come on out of the closet. Admit that you hate women, you don't like women, don't want to be with women. Because everything that you hate and dislike about us is what makes us women. Duh. So he kept saying he's being cheated on, stuff like that. I think he deliberately looked for women who are going to cheat on him, so he can have an excuse to come out. Renee, congratulations.
You know what's so crazy? Most of these men who be talking about these women be out here twerking and doing all these things. These are the only women that they could see with their brain. They look past the woman who's not acting like that, and they focus and zoom in on the girl who's shaking her ass. It happens all the time. And then they get on here and they complain, or they go after the girl, right, that everybody wants, and then they complain and say all girls are like this. But why would you going after somebody who has like 20 people in her DMs, and all of a sudden you're supposed to be the shining star? These men are delusional. And second of all, if you giving off the energy like you don't care and you don't want to put forth any type of energy into the relationship or the dating process, what do you think you're gonna get out of it? Like what? Like, you expect to get roses and all these beautiful things? Like, you have to invest. I'm sorry. You put investments in and you get it back. If you don't put nothing in, how are you supposed to get something back? Those people are bad entrepreneurs. I'm just they don't understand business practice.
No. That's why they keep going on and on about paying for a meal and stuff like that. It's like, what did pause for me to invest in something and don't get nothing back, that's what, then you don't know business. When people invest in companies, there's a chance they ain't gonna get nothing back. Business can fail. Wait, what's this, Mama Rain? He did not
That's
wake up
true.
one day and want a man. He always wanted a man. That is why he can't be happy with a woman. Exactly. Exactly, Mama Rain. You hit it right, nail on the head.
That is funny.
Yeah, he just took the long way around to get around to that. He just had to drag us in there, and so he can have an excuse of it, that he's not really gay. He was driven gay.
Yeah, so that's a good example. Like in business, we take chances, right? But
Mhm.
we do more business, right? So if we know the chances of this deal is not gonna come through, we're gonna go and have multiple deals, right? And then it will behoove us to do our research and build rapport so that the deal goes through. You can't expect to do a half-ass job or not anything at all and expect everything to be Gucci. Nah, dude, like you gotta put in some work, investment, put in that time, do some research. The same thing with relationships. Like, it's not that hard. Like, I don't think people want to do the work. They see the end result and they expect it to be done already. Like we live in a microwave society nowadays. Like people don't understand the work it takes to put in. You're supposed to enjoy the process.
Mhm. Yeah, and that dude Nord, one very important thing. Dr. Phil didn't make his wife do jack. He didn't make her. He didn't ask her. He didn't demand it. He didn't put, you gonna do this. He didn't. He just let her be her. And she chose to do that. And that's the thing about submission, because that's their thing that they keep talking about, harping on, and stuff like that. You do not demand it. Do not expect it. Don't ask for it. You
It is
just
so. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Mhm. You just concentrate on loving the woman, and all that's
Mhm.
gonna come naturally. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna piggyback on what you said. Concentrate on loving the woman. Like it's not that hard. You already know women are emotional creatures. We feed off of emotions. We like to feel good. We like pretty atmosphere. We like the little efforts. We like creative things. We want we want a pleasant atmosphere, a pleasant surrounding, somebody who's loving. It's not that hard. Your mentality makes it hard.
That is what they don't want to hear. If a woman says that, they don't want to hear that.
No, they sure don't. They don't hear it from us. They don't want to hear it from other men. Uh,
Because they're
yeah.
thinking you're demanding too much and you telling them what to do and they don't want to do.
It's not even telling them what to do. It's common sense. Like, come on, you already know a woman. She likes to dress up. She likes to go out. She likes flowers. Like how much. I don't understand. Like I feel like every day when you wake up and you go somewhere, you see all these nice intricate things in society. It's mostly there because it's appeasing and it looks beautiful, and women likes beauty. I don't know. To me,
Right.
I can't fathom it. It's not that hard. Like I think these men don't want to put in the work in themselves. They don't want to put in the work in the relationship. Maybe we need to set the standards high. You're gonna have to use your brain nowadays. I know your body is conditioned to stay nice and warm and be in a a nice surrounding, but you're gonna have to get out and branch out and use that thing up there. Read a book sometime or go out.
Because they are not romantic for women and they don't want to show their romantic part. Because if a man is having this kind of passion and the romantic for a woman, he shows it in any circumstances, and you can see it from what he's saying, what he's been approving. But this is that the men that now we are having, and they don't want to show anything. They just think, okay, if I'm loving a woman, I'm loving a woman because I can do something with her. But for her attention, for her love and kind, I don't want to give it to her. So I'm not going to sacrifice myself for my woman. No, they don't want to do that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Abner. They don't. And there's a sad sack of shit. I have to say it. Because other men are willing to do that plus more. And you know what? I feel like it's a Cinderella story once we hear like a black couple did something beautiful or the man did something. It's fucking pathetic. It's I can't even fathom it as human beings that we think is simping, we think is not normal. Like is it normal to be a dog nowadays? Are we not supposed to be human? Like, are we not supposed to have feelings? Are we not supposed to care for each other?
That's the way it seems. They don't want the feelings, or it sounds like they just want the body, and we might as well be a living sex doll that's capable of cooking and cleaning at the same time. That seems to be what they want the most.
And that's the sad, because we're living in a day and age where all of that could be outsourced. You could actually get somebody to clean your house for like $200, right? Just to clean your house for $200. And you could get that service twice a month. Okay, that's not a big deal, right? Now cooking. There's so many restaurants that's out here. So if I could get somebody to clean my house and I could get some food, like, what else do I need you for? And that's what women are asking. We know that, like, we want you to love us. We want you to know that you really want us. Like, we want to be a partner, somebody you could talk to, not a concubine. And I think it's hard for them to understand that. Like, it's the same thing with us. We could get money, okay? We could take care of ourselves. I'm here talking to you because I like you, because you're a man, and I'm a woman. And it's like matrimony. We both go together. I don't know. It's like now that we're not dependent on each other on resources, now the process got harder. Like, I don't.
Okay, well, either is weird. They gotten lazier. Back then there was more effort to court. They want to go back to this particular guy. Want to go back to the 50s. The man had to show that he can provide. He can provide shelter. He can protect.
They don't talk about that. You already know that, Dane. They want to focus in on the woman because 9 times out of 10, they ain't got their own house. They probably got a job. Most of them they spending money on cars and dumb shit and video games. None of them are actually thinking about they're gonna have a family someday, and maybe they should start putting money towards that. Like,
I don't think they start thinking about that till they're about.
They're not thinking about that. They're thinking about traveling. How many whores can I sleep with?
Yeah. Let me see. There's something I was watching where they were talking about the young guys. They don't think about health insurance, regular insurance. Wait a minute. I don't know. Wait a minute. That was a conversation we was having in Discord. Sorry. That was when I felt like I also heard a show that was mentioning that. But well, let's see. Okay, no, we didn't forget about Smash or Pass Ladies Night. We was waiting for a few more people to come in. This is the last video I'm going to show, and we're going to talk about, and then we're going to get right in on the Ladies Night Smasher Pass Boxer Edition. Well, Sports Edition Boxers. Okay, here we go.
I told myself I wouldn't make these videos no more, and I really don't want to, but I have to do this one. Saw a video right now, just now, of a Black American girl, and she was saying how the system tricked Black women into this whole independence thing, because he said essentially when Black women went with this whole independent mindset, the Black men left or they got driven out. And so the system was able to come in and snatch the children. And she was saying, Black men, humble yourselves and come back because we need you, type of thing. And I guess a Black guy stitched her video. And this guy was Black. He's like midnight Black. And he said, we've been telling y'all since the 80s and the 90s, talking to Black women. We've been telling y'all since the 80s and 90s. And he said, if y'all want us to come back, y'all got to fix y'all issues. And he said, and understand that we have options now. Now we have white girls and Asian girls, and we have options now. So we don't have to come back to you, Black woman. And I thought to myself, what a real bitch. As if, and I'm not a racist, never been a racist in my whole life, but as if you think that you're going to go out there and date a white girl and the whole white race and all her family is just going to love you. I guarantee you somebody in her family sees you as a nigger. If she's Chinese, if she's Indian, I don't care. Somebody in her family sees you as a nigger. And when you have a child with her, they're going to see your child as a nigger too. And just imagine in the future, a man looks at your daughter, your Black daughter, and say, hey, Black girl, you have issues, get right if you want me to come back. See, your mother is Black and you're a bitch. And so I want to say something to Black American women. Listen, there's plenty of good Black men in the world. There's Jamaicans, Haitians, Bahamians, Trinidadians, Africans. We're here. I mean, not me, because I'm taken. I got my Black woman and my 2 Black baby daughters. But there's good men out here. So don't you let no dirty, stinking, no good Negro tell you that you have to get right so he can come back, because he's already a bitch gone by the wayside. He ain't no Black man. He don't know what the fuck he is, because no good Black man in them life would ever, because they date a white girl or whatever else, look at Black women as a whole collective and say, get right before I come back. Fuck off. And go about your bumper class self. You're not needed in this race. Black woman, leave those stinking Negroes alone.
All right. So, Black women, he's telling you to have a whole diaspora of men, and any men that are talking like that, they're not men. They're idiots, and they already, and you shake them off, because basically, hey, they traitors. They're not even Black men anymore. So what do y'all thought of that last video?
I thought it was good. Like he said, like don't care what they think. Like because they're always, somebody who doesn't. It's like nana boo boo, right? They just wanna, show their hand and show all of this, but they don't really have anything. So and to be honest, like they could date whoever they want to date. Like nobody cares. Like, and I think they want us to care. Like they want to show like their girlfriend and this and that. And nobody cares. Like nobody does it. and they be the one who be looking crazy. And I agree with him. You should be able to go out and date whoever you want to date. Date the diaspora, yeah. Date the different other black men who will want you. Yeah, so I agree with them. And yeah.
Okay. All right. Avana, what about you?
Yeah, it's true. I agree with what Charlene said, and what a man is saying is true. I think he's giving us some kind of advice and some points for us to basically base on it. So that is right.
Yes, Remy. You know the Manosphere and all them others and the Passport Crew and the Cispian. And well, we already seen it. It's some, one of the incels. They got options. They believe in going to that they can go to all these other women of other ethnicities, and they try. I always believe they're trying to shame us or 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 make us feel like we're missing something. We're gonna be left out, or we're gonna lose such a good thing if they go to these other ethnicities. But
I,
it's just like, mhm. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I got a story.
Hmm.
You guys, you can say it's kind of about the diaspora. So I went to Trinidad right back in it was like 2012, and I have two uncles that are in Trinidad, and they're both black. And so one of my uncles, right, they both slept with I don't know why, but one of them had a Indian girlfriend because there's Indians and blacks in Trinidad. They're like half and half. So one of them had an Indian girlfriend, and I don't know what it was, but he said he don't like black girls. And I don't know what it was. I think it was probably they hated their mother or something like that. They probably, you know, I don't know. They was dealing with some trauma, that they didn't. So anyway, they slept with the Indian girl, and the girl had AIDS, right? So he slept with her, and then he ended up going to jail, and twice, he he passed away. That's just all. He passed away in jail. I think it's because he didn't have the medicine for the AIDS while he was there. And then the Indian girl passed away because she had AIDS. And now my uncle, he passed away not too long ago because he caught AIDS. But then they left their son, which is mixed, and he's an orphan now. But he stays with my auntie, but it's just sad. Like they passed away due to AIDS, and they slept with the same girl. Like I don't know. They need to deal with this trauma because it's eating them alive.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's my story. Two of my uncles passed away. I still got one that's up in New York, but you could go ahead.
Hmm. And also, well, when you go to this other ethnicity, you might not necessarily be getting the best of their women. They might be getting the ones that they tossed off or washed their hands of, or she's just known to be, no good. Hmm. Let's see, what's this you got? Um, let's see what you got here. Black women need to fix ourselves. However, they have a long history of dereliction and refuse to do anything to change their ways. Okay. Yeah. And what was I with this? Oh yeah, yeah. It was like growing up, um when in school, heard constantly, you know, Even with my friends, well, I heard this, well, if you won't do such and such sexual thing, you won't have sex with me, you won't do whatever, um, I'm gonna leave you for the white girl. I know she'll do it, you know, and the white girls was used to try to put pressure. Okay, you're gonna lose me to the white girl if you don't do this, or you won't give me this, or you won't have sex with me, you name it. And my answer has always been, go, she can have you. And they didn't think I was serious until they tried to rub her in my face, and I'd be like, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you very much." Or she asked a stupid question, how I feel about her being with one of men. I said, "Well, that's not my man too." And I want to thank you very much, thank you for taking them off our hands. Congratulations, have fun, go with it. And that's exactly how I dealt with it. Or when one was very persistent, insisting that, and I was like, listen, if I want him, I could take him from you right now, and stuff like that. And she wanted to put it to the test. So, she's gone and kiss him, and I call him over. And she was like telling him, no, don't go. I was like, okay, well, come on. I got something for you. I got to tell you something. Come over. I wasn't promising them any sex, but but it pointed out to her that deep down, and I always thought this, they still want us. That's why they keep rubbing it in our faces. They want us, but they don't want us on our terms. They want us on their terms, because they don't want to do our terms. Black men can barely read or write, keep a job, turn their communities wars or refuse to protect and provide for their women and children, refuse to raise their children, can't fill out a job application. But yet Black women need to get right. Well, actually, those guys are not the ones that's usually making all this racket and nonsense, Remy. It's the ones who know how to do those things, but they can't talk to women. They can fill out an application and go on a job interview, but they can't talk to women. They deficient in another area. We should need to change it that these particular Black men can barely read women. Don't try to get to know, can't keep a woman or get a woman, and they turn on the Black women because they can't get them, and they turn it into a war zone. And the women they do get, they don't want, and they make children with them. They don't want to provide because that ain't the woman they want. Yeah, I've been reading The Color Purple because I'm thinking about having a breakdown of the book and the movie. And in the movie, he brings Suge Avery home, and what does he when the son asks, "Who is this?" He said, "The woman that should have been your mama." The boy immediately knew who he was talking about, Suge Avery. He didn't recognize him. So he let it be known that the woman that he wifed with wasn't the woman he really wanted. That's the issue. That's the issue with not taking care of the children, fighting about the child support, not being involved in children's life because they came from a woman that he didn't really want. That's just who he could get.
You know what's so? Oh, I was gonna say, what's so sad? They hate it. They just hate it when we mention that movie, The Color Purple. They be like, "We're not living in those days," and blah 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 blah. I'm like, half the time, yes, the fuck we are. You ain't see what that girl was doing. He brought the girl to the house where she had to clean up all that mess and raise those kids by herself, and then had to sleep with you at night. And I be like, I be walking around in today's modern society, and I be seeing some of these marriages like regulate like that. they hate to bring that movie up, but they move like that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't think so? They move just like the movie. They're talking about that woman's supposed to be in a house, cooking it, and taking care of the kids. What do you think she was doing in the movie? Did she have a say in the movie? She had no say. That he did whatever he wanted to do, and he didn't even voice her opinion. And yeah, that's how y'all feel.
Okay, Remy said they're deficient all around. Remember my generation? Dame, I know these dudes from this generation. These dudes are from people of the crack epidemic, so these are the results.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, the family broke apart.
I say give it about another 20 years and we'll see a better transition.
Okay. All right. So the main event of our ladies' night is the smash or pass. So I'm going to show you some pictures of some guys. They in the sports industry, and these guys are boxers. All right. So let me get it together. All right. So, all right. So when I show the picture, you're gonna review them. I'm gonna say a little something about them, and you decide if you one, if you want to smash them, two, if you want to pass on them. All right. So here we go with all right, here we go. First one. Very good looking guy. All right. This is Frank Martin, aka the Ghost. Oh, hold on a second. Ladies, what y'all think?
I dated a boxer and I didn't like it too much because he didn't have good memory. But as far as how he looks there, I'll have to see him outside in his outside clothes, like how he would dress and carry himself. Maybe I'm
So
asking
is
for
it?
too much.
So
But
are you
he's
going to
okay.
pass it?
He's fit. He's in shape. But I will have to see him in outside clothes, outside the boxing ring, to see what he looked like, what he's really about. Let's see, we got a picture. Yeah, I can't really see his sense of style. I can't really tell much about him because he's in the boxing ring. But go ahead. What do you think, Ashman?
I think he's looking good. He's okay, but I'm gonna pass. I'm not gonna smash. I'm just impressed because he's looking good, but just that I don't like the way his face. He's gonna be bro, and his face is gonna be like. So I don't like that one. So I'm passing it.
Okay. All right, ladies. Well, all right. So me and him would be about the same height. Maybe I might be a smidge shorter. He's 5'8". He's 5'8", and he's 27 years old. Sorry, the picture I wanted to use, I couldn't use. They have issues with some of the pictures, you know. But you know me, I would like to have seen his chest and everything. Oh, shoot. Hold on a minute. Ah. All right. So let's move on to our next one. Somebody getting me wants me to try these gentlemen. Okay, I'm gonna show you one at a time. This guy is, here we go. This is Jamal Charlo. Okay.
It's gonna be a pass for me. He looked like he's smoking. He smokes. The hair is a little bit too wild for me. I don't know. I kind of feel like he might live a double life, like, you know, a crazy life outside the ring. So that would be a pass for me.
Okay.
I'm also going for a pass because I don't see him. Well, this man can be a good man for me with a whole lot of bunch of tattoos. And no, I'm not going to choose this. I'm passing.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, he does have quite a bit of tattoos. Actually, quite a few of them do have tattoos. But Charlo, Jamal Charlo, also AKA the Hitman, 32 years old, from Richmond, Texas, currently living in Houston. He is about 6'1". All right, so is one, if you're ladies in the chat, is one if y'all would smash him, and it's two if y'all would pass on him. Okay, hold on, let me get back so I can see the chat. All right. So I guess the ladies that left the building, they don't want to say. All right, so I guess to leave me. I would pass on him. Not necessarily because of the tattoos, you know, although that is a bit much even for me. I like tattoos on other people. I just don't like them on me. But hey, if you don't care for Jamal Charlo, maybe you would like his twin brother better. Okay, this is Jermell Charlo, aka the Iron Man. 6 foot, even. Also 32.
He's okay. He's not bad. He has a good stature. His eyes look a little bit clearer, so he seems kind of straight. His hair's kind of crazy, but maybe it's his style. I would say he's okay. He will be a risk to date. There you go. He'd be a risk. He'd be one of those, you know, you would date him, but it'll be risky. I would say that.
What makes you think it'd be risky?
His hair is a little bit out there.
Okay.
It might be his style, but you know, that's just me. I like people who are like, you know, low profile, professional, grown and sexy. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So I would date him, but it would be a risk to take.
Yeah.
It'd be risky.
All right. Okay.
I'm passing him too because I know twins behave the same. Sometimes they have the same attitude. So if I'm not gonna choose his brother, I'm not gonna choose him too.
Okay, but they're not identical twins. They fraternal twins.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. You can see the same face. I'm not gonna choose. No.
All right, all right. All right. Okay, so. All right. Well, this person, I would think y'all was superficial, but until I saw this person here, and this is Rashid Warren, 35 years old, 5'4.5". Now, at the time, I didn't know how tall he was. I was looking at his look. Now, that's when I realized I was being superficial because that hair was bothering me. And I saw another picture where his hair was braided back, cornrowed, and I liked it. And his beard was a lot neater. He didn't have the sideburns on, and I liked that look. Now, if I saw that picture first, I would have said, "Oh yeah, I like him. I would smash him." But because I saw this picture, I didn't care for his hair like it was in that, and the sideburns. I kind of was like, no. And that's when I realized, I'm being superficial. I'm being very superficial. But
I
hey,
would
when
say,
you, Mhm. Oh, what you say?
I would say he's pretty lean, fit. He got good muscle structure, but I don't know. He's giving off ratchet. The way his beard is and his hair is. And I have to say no. Because I feel like these guys could be on the corner. So I would say no. I'm sorry, they're giving off ratchet.
I'm passing. Boom. I'm not gonna stop here. Bye bye. I'm just passing. I don't like how he's looking. Even though he have the muscles, he have everything that you can see him man is having, but I'm not gonna go with this.
Yeah. I personally like the lean look, and I learned a long time ago dealing with jockeys not to underestimate these short guys. They're stronger than they look, especially when they have that lean muscle built like that. I had one lift me off the ground with no help, and he treated it like it was nothing. But anyway, let's move on to the next guy. Maybe this is more to y'all liking. This is Gerald Washington, aka El Gallo Negro. He is 6'6", 40 years old, from San Jose, California.
Okay.
253 pounds of muscle.
Oh wow. He's
So-
a good looking.
Yeah, I
he's a
agree
good
with that. I would say yes.
You say yes?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I was mention him too because he's a good looking.
He's a good looking guy. He has the bald. I mean, his beard is kind of lined up. I mean, I could see him in a suit. He doesn't.
Well,
he doesn't
actually,
look.
there was a picture of him in the suit, but
He gives
he
off
does
that
look
vibe. He gives off that vibe that he could be in a suit. Like he's not wild and crazy. You won't catch him outside doing craziness. That's the.
He was like the fact that he ain't tatted up.
But he gives that off. The way he looks from his face alone, and the way his arms are and everything. He doesn't give off that like you won't catch him on the streets. I'm just saying.
All right. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on just a second.
Hmm.
All right, let's take a break for a second. There's something going on in chat. Okay, somebody called Escape Mental Prison says female look at their man like their son because he will breed one and he will be that son. Everything is practice. Okay, wait,
I
wait.
don't, I don't know about that. We don't look at a man as our son. That's not. We look at that man like that, because our son will be a mixture of me and him, if that makes sense. But
Yeah.
his
Right.
genes, his genes will be in there too. So of course we're gonna look at the way he acts and the way he talks and all those things, but not as our son. We don't look at him as a man, like a potential father figure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The only time, and that's under extreme circumstances. You thinking of George Floyd? Yes, when he cried out for his mama, the mother and a bunch of the women pulled at them. You know, because they imagined that was their son. But we do not normally look at men like our sons. We might look at them as the father of our children and stuff like that, but we don't normally look at men as our son. Okay, hello, Jackson Anthony. Okay, all right, now let's get back on to the smash or pass. Okay, I'm gonna pass on this guy. Nothing wrong with him. It's just that, it's just not for me. All right. Okay, so now let's see. Okay. Bear in mind with this picture. All right, this is. Oh, wait a minute. I'm out of order. Okay, Emmanuel Aline. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is Emmanuel Aline, aka the Chosen One. 160 pounds, 5'9", 28 years old, from East Meadows, New York, currently in Richmond, Virginia.
Okay. I would say yes. I would smash. He doesn't have any crazy tattoos. He has a nice beard. He has determination in his eyes. Like he's eager to fight. Yeah, I was smash.
He's a good-looking guy, but that's not the type how I want. So I'm gonna pass.
Well, actually, I do kind of like his look. And yeah, I would smash him. Yeah. Okay, ladies in the chat, are we the only ones up here who's gonna make a comment whether we would smash or pass these dudes? If you don't feel comfortable saying it in the chat, you're welcome to come up on the panel, ladies. All right. So Emmanuel Ali. All right. So let's get let's see. Next guy. Okay. Get my stuff back in order. Okay. How about this gentleman here? This is Devon Alexander, aka Alexander the Great, 5'8.5", 35 years old, 147 pounds, St. Louis. Missouri.
I'm passing.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah.
I don't find him appeasing in the face. Maybe if he has some kind of personality and but off of just looks, he's not too attractive in the face. All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, I'll pass on him, but Charlene, amazingly enough, he looks really good in the suit. It even changes his features. But yes. Yeah, so yeah. But I would pass on him, just not that interested. All right. Giggly buddy over here. Okay, so all right, this gentleman is Andre Berto, 147 pounds, 5'8.5", 38 years old. So, ladies, what do y'all think?
Oh yeah, for me, yes. I mean, he got like a nice tone body. He's not, too skinny. He got a nice bit of weight. I like his skin tone. He seems decent.
Yes, he's a good looking guy, and he have the body that I would say I want. So I was smashing.
Okay, I see. Y'all like the thick dudes. Okay. Well, I can't blame you. But yeah. I'll smash him. Yeah. He got a nice frame on him. A nice set of muscles. Not overly bulging like he like some kind of weightlifter or something. So oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention he's from Winter Haven, Florida. All right, let's see. Okay, let me make sure I got my, okay. Stuff out of order. All right. This gentleman is Andre Broner, aka The Problem, 140 pounds, 5'6", 32 years old, from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh wow. He have a good muscles. You see nice beard, nice face. Actually, I was smashing.
Okay, Charlene. What do you think?
Same. He got nice teeth, a nice smile, not too much tattoos. I mean, a nice body structure, a full head of hair. Yeah, it's nice to look at. Yeah, he did it.
I don't know about the full beard, but he's nice. He's nice looking. But I think I'm going to pass on him. All right. Let's see. Anybody in the chat making any saying? Okay. All right. Now, here we go with Marcus Brown, aka Sir, 175 pounds, 6'1.5", 31 years old, from Staten Island, New York, currently living in, oh, wait a minute, I think I wrote that wrong. Portrayal, New Jersey. Oh, that's what I get for trying to squeeze that in like that. So, ladies, what y'all think?
Well, for me, looking young for me, even though he's 31 years old, his face looks like a young guy, and I don't like his muscles. and pass.
To me, he looked like he took too many blows to the head in a way.
What?
Look at his eyes. I'm wrong, but like, yeah, he got a nice body though.
Okay,
Nice
okay.
body.
All right, maybe I took the picture at the wrong time. Grabbed the picture from the wrong time. I thought this was before the fight. Okay, but actually, he's about 31.
Yeah, but he looks young.
All right, okay. I will pass on him. Yeah, he got a nice face, got a nice build, but I pass on him. Although for some reason I have the urge to massage some shoulders, but that's just me. All right, okay. Our next gentleman. All right, here we go. All right, Jamonte Clark, aka the Quiet Assassin, 6'1.5", 154 pounds, 27 years old, Cincinnati, Ohio. In Cincinnati, Ohio.
No for me. He looks like a baby. Go ahead.
You guys from his face, yeah. It doesn't look like a matured, yeah. But he have a nice body, Everything is like nice, the haircut, the face. Oh, I'm gonna pass.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pass, but his body is nice. It's the beard. Can't get used to the beard. Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's move on to this gentleman. This is Chris Colbert, aka Primetime, 5'8", 130 pounds, 25 years old, from Brooklyn, New York.
No.
Uh-huh.
No. Oh, but he have a nice teeth. The beard was like good, but no, I don't like his muscles.
He's like a kid. He looks like a kid. Why would you dye your hair red? Like no. Like,
I guess he wanted to stand out. Yeah, I had an issue with the red, but the blonde, I couldn't get that picture. Yeah, no for me too. No muscle definition. Well, to me, he's all right, but you're right. That needs to dye the hair blonde or red. He wants a lot of attention. And I ain't giving him that. I can't give him that kind of attention. This is weird, Mika. I don't mind like the scruff of it, but the like full on beard, no. Some of it I like to look at, but I don't want it, rubbing all against me. I'm allergic to beard burn. Although I never experienced beard burn, so I don't know. It's nice to look at, but no. I really don't want to deal with it. But Mika, since you in here, I know you're married and everything, but if you weren't married, what do you think of him? Would you take him or leave him? Okay, let's see, skip down. Okay, all right. Oh, okay, you leave him too? All right. So here is our next gentleman. This is the Entree Wilder, aka the Bronx Bomber. 226 pounds, 6'7", 36 years old, from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Would you smash or pass? One for smash, two for pass.
No.
What?
Too tall. looks too fierce, like he about to knock somebody out.
I like his tall. I like the gent. Like I like his body as well. But I don't like the tattoo, so I'm gonna pass.
Mhm.
The tattoo is too much.
Yeah. Now, usually I don't go for the thick, heavyweight builds, but you know, I kind of like his build. But you're right, the tattoos are too much. I see more the tattoo ink than his skin color. But otherwise, I like the look of him. Just the beard got to go lower, a lower cut beard. But otherwise, yeah. Besides the beard and the tat, he's good. So I will smash him, but I ain't getting involved with him. All right. What about wait a minute? Yes, Mika, he's 6'7". I like the build, but that's really tall. Hey, just think of it as tree climbing. With him lying down or him over you. All right. Okay, so next fella. Let's see. This is Julian Williams, aka J Rock. 153 pounds, 5'10", 32 years old, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Would that be a smash or a pass, ladies?
Pass.
No, it's hard. I don't know.
I
He
don't
needs to get
like
his
it.
beard lined up. If he do that, then yeah, I would say yes.
Okay. I like his arms and his shoulders and stuff like that. I have the urge to massage them. But the beard, man, the beard. Okay, so I'm passing on Julian. Sorry, J Rock. It's just not going to work out. Okay. Personally, I like the thickness. You do, Mika? Okay. All right. Wait a minute. Are we talking about the thickness of the beard? Or are we talking about his frame? All right. Okay, so our next gentleman, okay, it makes me want to go fishing. This gentleman is Austin Trout, aka No Doubt. 154 pounds, 5'9.5", 36 years old, from La Cruz, New Mexico. La Cruz, New Mexico. Yeah, I think he's kind of shy because the way he's holding his arms across his chest.
He's not too aesthetically pleasing, but he looks like he means business. So I would say yes.
Okay, I like him too because he's a good-looking guy. You know, the tattoo is not too much. Even though I don't like tattoo, this one is normal. I will take that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I find him pleasing to look at. I you know what? Weirdly enough, I kind of like the fact that he crosses his arm, even though I don't believe he's shy about his body. But he's not just gonna just show it off willy nilly. Like, give me some mystery to explore. I want to know what's behind them crossed up arms. Does he have a six-pack or not? So I'm gonna go for a yes for Austin Trout. Although I might bring my fishing poles and stuff like that. See if I can do a little fishing and catch me a trout. Okay. All right. Oh, wait, what's going on? Let me take a quick look. Oh, you don't mind the beard, Mika? Okay, that's nice. All right. Okay, now here we go for our next gentleman, Mr. Elroy Spencer Jr., aka The Truth. 146 pounds, 5'9.5", 32 years old, from Long Island, New York, presently at DeSoto, Texas.
I'm
What do y'all
saying
think?
I'm passing on him. He don't look like mature to me. He don't have muzzle. The muzzle is not that okay for me too, and I don't like it.
All right. What about you, Charlene?
Pass. Yeah, he seems too young. How old is he?
Oh, he is.
That's
He is 32 years old.
Oh, he's not that young. Well, okay, if that's the case, I'll give him a shot. Why not? Let's say yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to pass on him. Got a nice face. His arms are nice, but something about him makes me think he's too skinny. I don't know why I get that impression. I feel like I will break him, even though personally I know I could not break him. But anyway, but that's a pass for me. All right. What about ladies in the chat? Smash or pass on Mr. Elroy Spencer, aka The Truth. All right. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. He is cute in the face. Yeah, I agree with you that, Mika. All right. So now we getting to this gentleman. Maybe he's more to y'all liking. This is Peter Quillen, aka Kid Chocolate. I don't know why he said Kid Chocolate. 160 pounds, 6'1", 39 years old, from Chicago, Illinois, presently in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. This girl, they have a good body. It's a good looking, but I'm passing.
I would smash. He got nice teeth, he got a nice face, nice lineup. He's built pretty well, so yeah, I'll smash.
Okay, I'm gonna pass. Nice face, a nice body, and I like the fact that he's not overrun with tattoos, but just don't have an interest. Okay, we're coming to our last three of the night. Now, these last three are family. These are all brothers. No, there's not a twin in there. We're gonna start with with the eldest. This is Gary Allen Russell Jr., aka Mr. 126 pounds, 5'4.5", 34 years old. From Washington District of Columbia, currently in Capitol Heights, Michigan. What do you think of this gentleman?
I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm passing because I think I'm taller than him, and I don't like short guys.
Okay. Okay. Ladies in the chat, smash or pass? Smash on one?
I would smash. I would smash. He's not. I mean, I'm short too. I mean, I think he's good looking. He's all right. Yeah, I would smash.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to pass. He is good looking. He got a nice body. But I'm just passing on this gentleman. Now, our next gentleman, you'll notice a certain thing. I don't know what it is, This is the second set of boxes that I've heard of where they all name after their father, at least that first and last name. This gentleman, this is his younger brother. This is Gary Antonio Russell, aka another one. Well, actually another, but you know, he's another brother. 118 pounds, 5'6", 29 years old from, well, they said Capitol Heights, Michigan, currently at Washington, D.C. Yeah. And as you can see, he's not overly tatted. He's just going to do that one arm. Very good looking. Nice frame. What do y'all think?
I don't know.
Yeah,
He seems quiet, but he seems like he could be romantic in a way. A little bit quiet. I don't know. I'll try. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And sure,
I'm gonna pass.
You gonna pass?
Yes, because I don't want to be short. I don't want to be with short guy. I'm taller than you, no. I want someone who is taller than me. That we're gonna be okay, but I don't want to be taller than my man. No, so I'm just
okay. But you like the older brother? He's like 5'4.5".
5'4.5". I'm taller than his brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna pass on him too, even though I like the definition, like his face and everything, and the fact that he's not doing the typical pose. Okay, so now we're gonna get to our final gentleman, also named after his father. This is, let me see. This is Gary Anthony, I think that's how you pronounce it, Russell, aka The Last. 140 pounds, 5'10", 26 years old, from Capitol Heights, Maryland? Is MD Maryland? But anyway, what do y'all think of this gentleman?
No. Pass. Look at his hairstyle.
And you know what? And that's why I like him. Different hairstyle. He don't do the typical pose for a fight. He's like got his hands together, kind of peaceful. A nice build to him. I like him. If he wasn't so young, I would smash him. Yeah. Although 26 ain't too, nah. But yeah, I think he's cute. I know that's weird to say to a boxer, but you know, I would smash him. I think he shows a lot of personality.
Yeah.
And he would be just a little bit taller than me, you know, just right. Not too tall, not too short. And since I don't wear heels, I don't have to worry about, you know, wearing heels. That I would be wearing them anyhow. I would have to be wearing some 6-inch stilettos or some 5-inch. Nah, shoes. Let me see, 3 inches will put me at maybe eye to eye. But hey, I'm not into high heels anyhow. All right, ladies. That was our last gentleman for the night. on the box edition of Smash or Pass. I thought I had more than enough, but apparently I could have kept on going.
Yeah, all the guys, they were good looking guys, but some of them were having so much tattoo. Some of them, the height is also a problem, and their face also about the looking in their faces doesn't mean you need to go with them. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, let's see. All right, okay. Okay, let's go with a Vid Chronicle. Now, this is going to be very familiar sounding Vid Chronicle. So, hey, we want some honest response with this. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on a second. I just realized I forgot to set up. Okay, hold on. Let me set up for the Vid Chronicle real quick. I guess I still had it on the last video. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but
Okay.
sometimes,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
yeah, but sometimes, like when we're doing Smash or Pass, we need more ladies. That is how make it nice and happy. Like everybody will have their kind of mind on it, like your decision on what you want and which kind of man you want to choose. But if we are only three, sometimes we don't feel it. We should be like the chats have to be flowing whilst we or other people also will join us on the panel. We'll be talking together, we'll be choosing. That's when you see the changes. Like what I don't want, somebody want it. What I don't like, somebody like it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I don't do Smash or Pass that often. Hardly anybody comes up on the panel. Hardly anybody be in the chat. I know we kind of went a little long with the other stories, but I was waiting for a build up. Okay, maybe just the ladies are just tired of it. All right, so let's go ahead with our Vid Chronicle. All right, here we go.
Hey, Vid Chronicles family.
Thank you guys so much for your love and your support.
We hope that you continue to enjoy our channel. And don't forget to check out our merch at Vid Chronicles.
The moral of the story is children don't have anything to do with drama. Never treat a child different because of how you feel.
You are not obligated to take care of other people's children, but that doesn't mean you can't be nice and do for them.
Thank you guys so much. We hope that you enjoyed this episode.
Wow.
That was cute. I like that. I even mentioned that I should have ate the McDonald's before they came to the house. That was nice.
No, they don't need to eat because I think the father can teach the children how to share food together. Even though the father didn't buy some for the boy, you can tell your daughter, okay, eat with your brother. If it is not enough, we can go back to buy more. But you don't need to do discrimination. Yeah. So I think the father did his part as the father to make sure he buy food for his daughter. But if he didn't buy some from your son, doesn't mean that you don't like your son or not. But you have to teach your children how to eat together.
That trigger?
Yeah, can I cut in?
Yeah, go ahead.
I forget all of that. Just buy the kids to McDonald's. I don't know how you have an issue about McDonald's. I really don't understand that. I mean, if you're with the woman You know she got kids. You got a child too. You're going to McDonald's. Get all of the kids something to eat. There shouldn't be a discussion about. They shouldn't have had any discussion about. Well, my child got to stop eating because your child. Man, that's corny. No real man does anything like that. Okay? That's corny shit. That's something these incels and these gay dudes would do. A real man is just gonna buy all of the kids McDonald's. And you have to understand something. The kids are going to like you according to how you treat their mother anyway. And it's a package deal. And she's going to appreciate you more if you act like a man. McDonald's, that's small shit. What are you sweating some punk ass McDonald's for? I mean, I can't help it, man. That's some weak shit. To excuse my, expression. No more ladies' night, but that's weak. How do you expect to impress a woman with that kind of weakness? You can't buy the kids McDonald's? There's got to be some kind of awkward discussion about whose kid is not getting what, and you don't feel obligated. Man, that's some. Look, I'm just gonna keep it real. That's some punk shit. And I know some of you guys out there talking about, well, I don't want to hear none of that, man. That's not man shit. Man shit is get all the kids McDonald's. That's man shit. Why? Because they're all kids. No discussion about, well, my kids shouldn't eat this and your kids should. Y'all shouldn't have those kind of discussions. It should be when you show up, you should be bearing gifts. She should be smiling and appreciating you. Heart should be flowing out of her eyes because you're doing the right thing as a man and you showing up doing some real man shit. That's the way it's supposed to go. I yield the mic.
Now, just like this is a skit, that incident that went viral on YouTube about the woman.
Wait a minute. That wasn't it.
What?
I could have swore the Vid Chronicle was he didn't want to get the because I seen the first part. Was there another part?
Okay. No, that was it. That was it. The first part was he didn't want to do it, and the second part of possibilities of the choices he could have made.
Look, I'm responding to the first part. The first part was just straight. Guys, if y'all want some shit like that, then just do what the white dude did. Go get you a guy. Go on and get you a guy, man. And leave women alone. I mean, I'm serious, man. If you're that weak, then just go on and get a guy. Okay? I mean, because that's some shit. That's so weak and silly, man. You know, be a man. Dude, they're kids. They're children. You get them all something to eat. That's what a grown man does. A mature man. Okay, she got kids, I got kids. Let me pick them up. Let me pick somebody. Matter of fact, I would have did even better than that. I would have met up with her, got her kids, my kid, and took them all out to eat. That's my style. I'd have took everybody out to eat. That's even better.
It's sad today that we have these petty arguments over McDonald's, over who gets the plate first, when the kids come, when you make food at home.
That's embarrassing, man. Like, dude, black men, how could y'all sit up here with a straight face and talk to a black woman on social media about this shit and try to make sense of it? Try to make, well, it was his kid. How could you do that? I mean, that's embarrassing, man. I mean, like I couldn't talk. I can't sit up here and talk to no black woman with a straight face about, well, he was not obligated to do. Man, come on, man. That's BS. Do some man shit, yo. Get all the kids something to eat. Or better yet, do it the way I do it, man. Take us out of the Black Knights book. I show up, pull up, and take everybody out. Her, the kids, my kids, we all going out. That's what you're supposed to be doing, bro. Forget all this silly, girly shit. Well, I'm not obligated. Those are your kids. Yeah. Okay, and what's that supposed to mean? That don't mean anything. You still be the man to do the man thing. Matter of fact, you want to do the man thing because she got kids. That works in your favor. Y'all stupid, man. Y'all work against yourself. That's why you don't have any women, man. Taking care of them kids, man, that works in your favor. I hear the mic.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to date a man who's selfish and who wouldn't want to do for his kids or the kid's mother to make sure that she's okay because she's taking care of his kids. Yeah, I can't reason with that. That's just
If you have little kids, I think that the woman should demand that the man, help take care of her kids. Because if he can't, then what are you with him for? Why are you even dating them? You're wasting your time and you're wasting your kids' time. You want a man that can step in and handle up. That's what you're looking for. A man that can handle up. So it should be a prerequisite if you got kids, when you're screening these dudes, they have to be okay with taking care of your kids. You should ask questions. What would you do for my children? That's going to separate the men from the boys. A real man ain't got no problem with that. A real man going to answer that question easy. Oh, okay. Well, I'll help you out with with their bills, clothing, anything you need. You just let me know. I got you. You know what I'm saying? If they need clothing, you need money for shoes, whatever, I got you. A real man going to be ready to get with it. Need me to be a father figure, I ain't got no problem with that. If he loves you, he gonna love them kids too. That's what a real man gonna do. These punk ass niggas gonna be on some, well, I don't think I should do nothing. I mean, those are your kids. I'm not in a relationship with them. I'm in a relationship with you. You see, an incel gonna try to separate the mother from the children. See, a real man understands there's no separating the two. It's a package deal. So you want a man that understands that this is a package deal. And he has to do right by your kids. Don't get no man that ain't gonna do right by your children. Okay? I yield the mic.
Yes. So yeah, I fully agree with Max. Remember, I was telling y'all that I saw this video. Maybe I could share it with Dame if I find it. I saw this video where the woman was on a date and the man bought her a brand new car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he a simp though. That's a simp.
That's not a sense. That shit was grown sexy.
Y'all got the video? You got
Not
the
the
video?
first date. Not the first date. I'm about to look for it. But they were
Wait a
drinking.
minute. So what if it was the first date? So what? That's how he felt.
Okay.
If they got to that area on a first date, okay, she just gonna play it while I'm okay, go ahead and play
I'm
it then.
sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. If they got to that area, if he got there mentally on the first date, so what? It don't matter how many dates it is. The only thing that matters is that's the way she made him feel. Okay, and he felt like that on the first date. That's what's up. They was making it happen on the first date.
Brand new car.
That's right. I don't see nothing wrong with it. If she was opening him up like that, that's the way he felt. I got no problem with it. I don't care if it's the first date or the third date or the fifth date. What matters is how he felt about that woman. And she made him feel good enough in his heart that he would do that for her. To me, that's the only thing that matters. Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all want me to play that video. I don't think y'all
Play it.
want.
Share the
Play
screen.
I sent it
Play it.
today. I sent
Oh,
it
he
today.
sent it to me? Okay, hold on. Let me
Play it. Let's see the simp in action.
The simp in action, huh?
Yeah. I ain't got no problem with it. That's right. When you love your women, man, this is what you do. You get them things. Okay? That's all a part of loving your woman. You get a thing because she makes you feel a certain way inside your heart. I still buy my wife gifts. Probably ain't gonna never stop. That's what men do. We buy our women gifts.
Oh, check this out. One of the comments was like, "I love this video
I'm a
because as
raggedy
a
car.
20." Oh, I was gonna read this comment. He said, "I love this video because as a 23-year-old man, this message needs to go out to all my young fellows. I can't speak for the old ones because they are stuck in their ways. But the best way to a woman's heart is to be a gentleman. I know that sounds foreign or old-fashioned, but it's true. You always get more with honey than you do with vinegar. When you show a woman or a young lady that you actually a good dude by your actions without having to say it 95 times, I promise you have a better chance of securing her. Women, young girls have natural essence that pick up when a guy is being genuine or when he is faking.
Wow.
Some women may prefer the bad boys, but even the phase of life gets old pretty quick. So please be a Russell and not a Future. Future might have my legs open, but the quality of women that both of these men have are drastically different. A classic man, just classic car, never goes out of style to a good woman." And a man wrote that. Well, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go.
Thank you. Sounds like he's been listening to my Gen Culture.
Mm-hmm.